Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is the Computer Doctor Show, mobile edition. And in this video, I thought I would go over how to know if you have a need for an SSD in your computer. How to determine, number one, if you need one, and number two, how do you determine if your computer actually has one or not? And if your computer is running slow, how to determine if an SSD would actually be beneficial for you. So I thought I would answer that first one. Number one, how do you know if you even need or might be in need of a SSD? And we can answer that by saying if your computer is slow, or if it takes a really, really long time to boot up. Okay, and I would say a long boot up time, anything longer than 1 minute, 60 seconds. If it's not, if you don't see your desktop screen, or at least your login screen within 60 seconds of you turning it on, that might indicate a problem that you have a very slow working hard drive. Because when you boot the computer, the time that it takes to actually boot is mostly dependent on how fast the computer can read the data on the hard drive. And if you have a slow running hard drive, that boot time will just take really, really long. Okay? So again, if you have a long boot time or a long shutdown time, that could be an indication that an SSD or solid state drive can benefit you. Number one, the second question is, how do you know if your computer already has an SSD or not? Now, of course, you could always take the computer apart, okay, and actually look inside to see what kind of hard drive it is. You can do it that way, or if you're on a Windows computer, which all of my videos are based on Windows, you can go into Device Manager. So just type in the search box at the bottom or within the start menu of the computer and type in Device Manager and go into the Device Manager area. Under Device Manager, you're going to see a long list of devices, obviously. In that list is hard drives. When you expand the hard drive section, it'll tell you the model number of each hard drive that's in there. Now, if, most computers only have one system drive, so there's probably just one drive that's located there. What you do is you Google the hard drive model number, and with that information, you can look at the specs of that model, and you'll be able to determine if it is in fact an SSD or not. If you do not have an SSD, here's how you can tell if actually an SSD will benefit you for sure. And that is, while you're running maybe just some usual programs on your computer, like for example, if you usually have a web browser open and maybe a Word document open, maybe nothing too crazy, but if you just have maybe two basic programs open, what you want to do is you want to go into your Task Manager and go into the Performance tab. When you're in the Performance tab, it'll give you a live view of how hard each of the main speed components are working in your computer. It'll give you how hard your processor is working, how much RAM is being utilized at that moment in time, and also what the demand on your hard drive is. So if your hard drive is constantly running high, something in excess of 75%, so if it's at 80, 90, or 99% that the rating is at, that it's being used to that capacity, that's a good indication that an SSD would be greatly beneficial. Okay, because if the hard drive that's in there is being maxed out to its highest capacity usage, then you need to get something better in there to lower that capacity usage. And we're not talking about memory capacity, we're talking about the demand and how much of the speed or performance out of that hard drive is actually being used. And if it's close to very, very high, 80, 90, 99%, that's a dead giveaway that you need to upgrade your hard drive to an SSD. I hope this video has been helpful. I'm on my way to give some flowers for a friend of ours in the hospital. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope you're staying away from this COVID-19. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.